processes in which you get that job done. And once you determine what you want to do, it is clearly yours. The role of connectors to us as a provincial organization to make sure your members' interests are heard by us and to each other as chamber members. By bringing business people into the room, it facilitates the conversation. And you shared ideas as you did tonight about a summer Moonlight Madness, or you share ideas about the Rosetown Bucks. Whatever the case is, one of the fundamental roles of the Chamber of Commerce is to bring business people together. And even if there was no agenda, just say, sit around the table with people you don't sit around with all day long and ask about what's going on. What keeps you awake at night as a business person? And how would somebody else perhaps have input on that?
It's a record crop this past year. And it's news, there's no question, and it's great news overall. But it's not, nobody wrote home. You didn't bring your family up from Texas and said, you've got to come here because the greatest thing in the world has happened. Even in a year when we won a home field Grey Cup win. We're so conditioned to these great things happening, thankfully. We have the investment in, you're the ones that put the time in, and so you as leaders of this community, by the simple fact you're here tonight, demonstrates to me your willingness to at least put a part of the shoulder to the wheel, and you'll get that job done. So don't let one man be the president. Give him some time off for 6 years, maybe a decade. Sure, a decade's easy, but no, I'm kidding. No, I said no. But don't force too much of the work on too few people. Remember that we're at the provincial chamber and your neighboring chambers are there to help. And remember that all that you've done now has made you as a Chamber of Commerce and the business community a leader across the province. Your previous executive director, your just recent past executive director, and your current president have demonstrated their interest in the building of the community across the province, the chamber network across the province, and it's certainly a demonstration of the strength I think they've shown here. So Saskatchewan, as I've said, is growing. It is changing. And if you folks want to be ahead of the curve in terms of making sure Rosetown is everything it can be, that you get the slice of the Saskatchewan pie that you want it to have, and that you can walk down the street and say with pride, that person was a schoolmate of mine, or that kid moved back here and opened up a business, or opened up, or is working back here because they were so attracted by the strength of this town, and our chamber had a role in that. You need to start with that. We have a problem in our chambers across the province where too few are doing too much. And I hope that I come back in a couple of years, if you're kind enough to invite me or forget what I've said tonight and chastise all of us as a little bit. When I come back, you'll say, you know what? We found 6 people who said, nobody ever asked me to work on the Chamber of Commerce, and now I'm interested in, they'll be the new presidents, and they'll look to the Senate of previous presidents and say, good for you guys. Thanks for building on the foundation. Once again, Saskatchewan is changing, Rosetown is changing. I hope your Chamber of Commerce continues to lead the province and your community in so many very positive ways. I thank you for your time. I always appreciate the visit to Rosetown, and I wish you all the very best in 2014. Thank you, Ken.